Hi all, welcome back. Welcome to the second session of interfaces. And now in this session, as we told before, we are going to deal about multiple inheritance. How to achieve the multiple inheritance in Java through interfaces. Right. First, just a small recap about what is meant by multiple inheritance. Right. Multiple inheritance is nothing but, say for example, the child is child class. Right. The child class is trying to inherit from say father class as well as mother class, right? Both are called parents, the child, and so he is trying to inherit both parent class as well as mother class. As far as Java, this is not possible. As we told before, this is not possible in Java. That is what we are trying to get that using, achieve that using interfaces. That let's see with an example how to achieve that. But before that, we will try to see what is the error we are getting, right? Say for example, I am creating a class called test bank, something like that, right? Now in this test bank, I am going before that I'm going to create a class called um, let me say as rate of something like that, rate of interest, and I'm going to create a method called or something like int ROI, something like that, right? Sorry, uh, something I'm returning 7, 8 or something like that. And then I'm going to create one more class. Let me copy paste. Instead of rate of interest, I'm going to say as deposit, something like that, the class name. And the method name is uh, deposit amount, something like that, right? I'm going to create a method and I'm going to say as double, something like that. I'm returning 10,000, right? So now I'm going to access these two classes. I'm going to inherit it. How to inherit? We will use extends rate of interest, comma, deposit. You can see that there is an error is coming. You can see that class cannot extend multiple classes. That is what it is saying, that you cannot inherit, you cannot extend multiple classes. That is a failure. That is what we discussed. We cannot achieve that using Java. So that is what we are going to achieve the same using interfaces, right? So I'm just going to remove all these things. I'm just going to keep it just the test bank, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all this, right? So I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create interfaces. The last class we have seen that interfaces I created in the same class file itself. So instead of using like this, we can have another method also. We can create like, say instead of while creating a Java class, right? There is an option in IntelliJ. You can see choose that interfaces. I'm going to say as um, say rate of interest, right? Something like that. I'm going to create an interface there, rate of interest. Inside that interface, I'm going to create a method ROI, ROI, right? Now, I'm going to create another interface. I'm going to say that as deposit, right? The deposit interface, I'm going to say as public double deposit amount, right? Here I can, let's say the return type as int. Okay, the same thing what we try to achieve using class. I just created two interfaces. Now I am going to say that, hey, this class file, instead of extends keywords, I'm going to say as implements. I am going to say as rate of, or you can say deposit, comma, rate of interest. Still the error is showing. Why the error is showing? You have to implement those abstract methods. What are the two abstract methods. One is deposit amount, another one is ROI. So what I'm going to do, as we know that public int, first is deposit, right? So deposit double. Uh, what is the method name? We are given as deposit amount, right? Sorry, deposit amount, right? What you are going to say? I am going to say as uh, return some $10,000, right? Now I am going to implement the other method. What is the other method? ROI, and I am going to say as return 8%, something like that. Now the error has gone. See, I am able to achieve that. I am able to extend, or I'm going to inherit both the interfaces using implements keyword through interfaces. Now the multiple inheritance have been achieved. Now what I have to do? Then the normal thing, what you have to do? You have to create a class name object equal to new of class name, right? Then what I'm going to do, not to show it in the console, I'm just going to use system dot out dot, oh sorry, before that I forgot one thing, right? Public static void main. You can see that obj dot deposit amount. Yeah, now you can see that rate of interest is the, or you can say, maybe you can add a word, deposited amount in the bank, something like that. Give you a concatenation. Similarly, you will get interest as, right. Now if you run this, you can see that the amount deposited is 10,000. You can see that the amount deposit amount in the bank is 10,000, and you will get the interest as 8. Yes, we are able to achieve the multiple inheritance, right? We are able to see the two. So like interface, just instead of classes I gave interfaces, but two interfaces I have given over here for the test bank, and I'm going to I implemented both the methods, and I'm able to access this. Thus the multiple inheritance have been achieved in Java through interfaces. Hope you understood this video. uh, um, how to implement a multiple inheritance using interfaces. Just a recap. So what I did is I created a class file. I created two separate interfaces. As you know that interfaces, we can just declare the method. Similarly, deposit also declare one method. Just use the implements keyword to implement both the interfaces. Just I mean define the method, what it is all about. Then just I'm calling that. That's it. I'm pretty much good, and hope you understood the video. In the next session, we will be dealing about. This concludes the interface session. So next session we'll be dealing about what is meant by enums, and on the next session we will be dealing about what is meant by static keywords and those kind of, I mean, static blocks. What is meant by static variables, static methods, and those things, right? So please watch out for that. Until this is good night. Thank you.